Hello, hello. Hello, hello. I'm being quiet-ish for the sake of Dusty. I don't want to bother him too much. He seems pretty comfortable and I don't want to make him upset so that he starts rolling on the keyboard. So, why don't we start with a Kisei Kido. How's everyone doing today? Besides drawing Rose, this is all we have. Gilbert. That was not a great start. Why don't we go with someone like Scott? Wait, no, Scott uses a gun. We remember that. Who could it be? I'm gonna go with Gaius. Oh, it's a girl. Millium. A Belosius one. Belosius one, not Thor's. It's going to be someone above FC. So it's not Tita. Tita did show up in FC. SC? No. How about Azure? It could be Kia. Okay. Interesting. They're related to the SSS and possibly something else. So then we're going to go with Tio. We did it. It was Tio. Hooray. Thought you said you didn't have time for Tio. Yeah, I probably should have guessed Tio because I wasn't thinking of the age very well. Tio would have made much more sense. But what about Tio Pascali, Pachuli, Pazzel? What about that Tio? I guess yes, one character twice? Yeah, I wasn't doing very good today, huh? So, let's get to art. Good quote. It's alright. I would see her trying to indoctrinate Sully. Is that something she actually said? I doubt it. It is? The Mission Church. When did she say that to Sully? Or about Sully? Goodness gracious, that's a real thing she said. Azure was a long game, wasn't it? So I had an idea on how I can make this a little better. So what I want to do is I noticed in the reference that the blanket is like so. Right, we have our blanket, and then here at the top, there's a folded over piece of cloth that's stitched in right here. That means it folds underneath, and the backside of the blanket is that piece of cloth. So we have all the intricate purple, blue design up here, right? Yada, yada, yada. And then this back here is just some kind of white or cream or gray right here. Can't really see it well, but this little part there. So my thought is I redo the blanket a little bit, but not too much. So let's erase this line work here. And then it could be folded over in some places. More so down here because it's lower. Or rather, maybe it would go like this and would kind of like go over top of her. Like that. Or like it's pushed down further. But that kind of messes with perspective because it would be like this in perspective. So like that. Okay, now this, let's color all of this in right here. Let's do it in a separate layer. Have I ever said how much I dislike HR? If not, I dislike HR. Hunter rank? Oh, human resources. I don't know that you've ever mentioned it now, but I've not had enough interaction with them to know, have an opinion myself. The most I know about HR is through The Office. That's not a very good example for an HR department, is it? Or is it is? Well, no, because it gets pushed around by the office people. What's wrong, Dusty? It's okay. Now this does allow for the separation. If I were to now make this, and then it's fine if, I'd say it's probably a little darker, a little lighter, like this. No, it's definitely a lighter. Does make these two things hard to separate visually, though, the sheet and the blanket. But that's fine, I think, for that specifically. In that case, I just do like a harder line on there. Hello, Instructorine. Yeah, I'd probably just do a harder line on that part. So if I were to take this, that is actually, where is that from? That? Oh. Reworking some stuff. Oh, okay, I see. That's why it's weird opacity. Blech. Let's see here.
Hello there.
Hello. Greetings. Now this section here is what I want to make that purple color. But I have an idea on how to do this. So let's take a new layer and try out this idea. So I want to find a nice purple for this. So I'll take this color and then make it more purple. Okay, so that's the deepest purple there will be. Then I want to draw in, I think... Okay, so I want to draw in a light color here, and it's going to look, it's shaped like this. Okay, let's draw the circle in the center. Make it smaller. We want enough space to do everything. Is that right? That's probably fine. And then it goes like this, smaller. And it does the same thing on the bottom. Okay, now I want to draw probably the white lines around, and I can draw the purple designs over top of it, and then the outline. This in a folder. And take this and copy it over. Save, thank you. Because I want to cover this back up with the purple color. Okay. Then before I get too deep into this, I want to get sort of the way this is colored all around it. So go to my coloring tool. This is a lighter purple up here. That's crazy. Popper just sent me a Steam gift, a game. And do you see what happened? When this pop-up from Steam arrived, it like undid what I was doing on the... It like just... It pretended I had never put my pen down. So we have Resident Evil. We have Toho visual novel. We have Yuri visual novel. We have Furry Yuri visual novel. We have Dead Estate. Resident Evil 2. We have A Building Full of Cats. A Castle Full of Cats. My Time. Okay, that's a fun one that I've wanted to play. Birth of Fire. Thank you. Why did you do this? I appreciate it. Cause, thank you. I will accept them. I love Yuri visual novels. Thank you. And then there's like a blue, like a purplish blue down here. But the Fire 4 is one of my favorite JRPGs from my childhood. There's so many JRPGs I need to play. Okay, so this I guess is how the blanket is colored. There's some other places where it's a little darker. Just do a couple of those places and then I'll draw over them. There. Now, I can go on to what I wanted to do here. Which I want to take this white. Who knows? You want me to open the window for you? You didn't go up there before. You didn't like it. It was Ixter. Frozen, buddy. It's frozen up there. frozen up there because during the morning, since around 8 o'clock, we've had an ice sheet building up. We have ice rain. Very fun. Okay, now this is where the symmetry tool could work nicely. Just kind of split it down the center here. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to be straight. Perfect. Okay. I said perfect. That's fine. And so... I can start drawing this. Am I able to make... There's probably a way to make it so when I draw, there's an outline on what I'm drawing. There must be a tool for that. Or a way to... There probably is. If I were to duplicate my pen... My pen outline. Subtool settings. No. User settings. No, not what I want. Where's the button? If I go here. Here. This little icon. You guys can't see what I'm looking at. But there's a way in here to give it an outline. Ink? Outline. Let's Google it. How to add outline. Clip Studio. Add outline to tool. Layer property. No, that's... There's a short. Okay, that's not what I want. I don't want a border effect. I want an outline while I'm on my tool. Texture. Stroke. Spring. Brush tip. No. Brush shape. Texture. Stroke. No. Brush shape. Sorry. Shutting the window if you're leaving, Woodles. Because that's chilly. How to make outline brushes in Clip Studio Paint, maybe. Get an outline brush? What the heck? Needs to be a brush? Set the first main color is the color you want for your outline in the second. So I guess I just have to get one out of the Clip Studio store. Unless I can just do it myself here. Oh, okay, I guess. Okay, this one's pretty good. So it's not what I wanted to do, but I guess it's what I'll end up doing. So add a layer above your base layer right here. Then the layer properties. Right. Layer properties. Right. Yeah, where's that? Let's see. Window, layer, search layer, layer properties is there, but where is it? I don't see it. Ah, it's down. I have it down there. Okay. Right here. Circle for border effect. Okay, now I want this layer outline to be like a purple to go with the reference. Now if I just do a little drawing here. Do I need to clip it? Maybe it didn't have enough thickness? Oh, okay. So one of the steps the person did is not necessary to me. So I can delete this layer and do it on this layer. Okay. Whiteboard. And now we have a thin purple outline around it, which is what it looks like on her bed. I'm learning stuff as I do draw. I want that to be like 5. 5 is probably good. Yes, 5 is good. So if I'm drawing like this, I need to make it darker. It is a lot darker. Yeah. So we go like this. Goes at the top of this and down. Interesting. I want to make a second symmetry across the center. I think. Does that work how I think it does? No, it only works. It only does one thing at a time. How do I make it do both? Is there a way to make it do both? Be sick. Oh well. I'll just do my best. So we do this and that. Which kind of goes like this. That. Boom. Okay. From here, we have a thing that goes like this. I'm gonna do the same thing down here. This side. Okay. Gonna look at it from the side. Here we are. So, oh, this is a This is a mess of a thing. I love it. So we have... I think I see the pattern, though. There's... It's all... Oh. I see now. Okay, this one is actually, like, this. This. It goes to about there. At which point it goes like this. That, I think. Yeah, okay. So there's that one. Okay, now this one, I think I'm seeing it properly. This one goes like this down to here, and then comes out under this, like that, that. Right, I'm following the line right, like that, that. Oh my goodness. This is really hard to follow. Then it goes like... Oh, no. It goes like that, that. Oh, it does. What the heck? So cool. Okay. Then it goes like this. Wait. So if that's that, then it goes here. So it goes, scoops in there. Which point it comes around here. Oh, goodness. No, this is so awkward. Way back here, actually. Like this. And then it creates the point here. And then it comes down and connects back in here somewhere. Now, I just need to do that on the other side. So if I just rotate this around. Just do it again, but over here. So, start at the top, come down, like that. Then it reaches out and under, like that, like that. Then we curve out and make a point there, and it comes around and connects somewhere in here. This is cool. This is a cool mess. I think that's all of them. Just those 3 connected pieces. 1, 2, yeah, there's 3 layers to it, like that. And now I go on to the other complicated part of this. So we do a new layer on top of this layer. And this one I want to color in first with like this dark color, and then I can color it with blue and purple as it is later. So first I want to color it all in with an outline again of white. Okay, this time I want to, once again, mirror down the center as best I can. It ain't perfect. It doesn't have to be, just to be good enough. Okay, so we have this here, thinner outline. Thinner still, just one. We have this. We have this. Which, oh, I see. This needs to be over top this. There we go. I actually moved it back underneath. Okay, over top. Very good. Okay, let's get the main shapes here. So this, there's like that and that. And it curls around. Like that. Let's do that again. Like this. Like that. Might be a little too close there. Now let's do it from the inside here, so we can, right, it's not, so it's, like that. Perfect. Because then it comes around like this. Perfect! Looking good. It comes back here and connects in with this. It's not quite right. It's like, I would say it's more like that. Okay, that's kind of how it already was, but this needs to be more like this. Perfect. And this outer part I can mirror, but the inner part I cannot. So let's get the outer part still going. Here. So it's pretty thick in this spot. But right here, where this little bulb is, it thins out again. And this line does continue into here, but oh, Dusty, oh, he's getting rambunctious. He's getting there. Okay, now we have the pokies. He's powering up. He's been power leveling in the dungeons, and it is scaring me. That. Okay, now I can probably just mirror this, flip this. So take that. Control. No, not Control X. Control C, Control V. And then edit, flip, no. Yeah, rotate, flip, vertical. Oh, not the canvas. No, go back. Edit, transform, flip vertical. There we go. Yeah, this is the, this is supposed to be Rose's blanket. I'm glad you like it. I'm just looking and copying the design so it gets right. So I have it perfect. Right, I know that? Oh yeah, sorry. I really like the center design so far. Okay, then this can merge down. Cool. I can connect this. Cool. That does look cool, doesn't it? Much better than what I did originally. You're right. It's looking a lot nicer. Okay, so we're still mirrored on this axis, but the center, it's not mirrored top to bottom for this part. Mostly. So I want to do this again. So we have this bulb. This one's weird. This is like a bulb, like right here. We lost our outline? Okay. We have a bulb here. We do touch. And that curves very quickly into this fat bulb. Oh, Dusty, be careful. Like this. Little more curve there into that. Okay. Now this connects with this down here, like that. We're missing like some layering where my outline isn't working exactly how I'd want it to, but that's fine. In the end, it's not the end of the world. Cool. Let's do that same thing down here. And it connects like this. And now I'm gonna outline this best I can. Like that. And this is coming in here. There's a bulb here, which turns into this here. And this also curves around into that. Oh, this is complicated. Hang on. If I were to fill this in. Goodness me. There's a bulb here. And then there's a bulb way down here on top of this bulb. Which comes... Oh, crap. Okay. Come on. Right there. Which comes around like this and does a big arch. Like that. And curves into this. And from there, it does one of these. Connects here. Whew, okay. Complicated. Cool. Now I go on top of this layer. And I start doing some colors. It looks kind of like this. We have a light blue on the outside of it. Let's do the purple first. There is a purple, light purple on, just color it all in purple. And then on the outside, there is this light blue. That's about what it looks like. And then I just add the white outline back to this. Or I guess I merge this down with the layer below and then give it the outline. Turn off the ruler. There we go. One more thing on top of it is this, like, off, really pale orange color. That kind of just interjects itself in here. Says, hey, I want to be involved. That. I also have it in here. Then on the bottom too. And that is it right here. This is the design. Mostly, there's other pieces to it, but I don't think they're all that important to get on this. Now, here's what my idea was with the blanket. We now merge visible to new layer. We can hide this and say blanket colored. Now, here's what we try our best to do. So we have down here a funky blanket. Yeah, we want to put it here. Like that. Okay. So let's figure out where the folds are on this. Sorry, Dusty. I bothered him just now by dropping my pen. Let's figure out where the folds are. Folds are. So it's like this. There's like a big fold there. Kind of goes in like that. There's a fold here. Probably a fold along here. So, I take this beautiful thing and I select it all. Start making it work. So, let's have the bottom here is cut off like so. I'll take the lasso tool and say I want this. Right, I want another layer for that to make it easier. Or no, I want to move... Yeah, I want the top to be over top the bottom. Okay. So I want to select a little higher. Oh, and I can determine where the folds are in this process. So it's like folded like that. Cool. So now we can do the folds on this section. I drew some folds in here. There's a fold. Now, I want to take this section and have it be the overfold. For the back side. Control S, right? that. There we go. Control C. Oh, no, down here. Control C, Control V. Now, this is over top. So when I now lasso up here, and I move it down, oh. Rotate it a little. I didn't have to make it fold all the way across. But I guess I did. And the rest is covered up. Pardon me, sorry. By this fold. Okay. That is much better than it was. I'm very happy with it. It's far more detailed than the rest of everything, so it's a little awkward, but that's fine. It'll probably just end up more heavily shaded than the rest. Okay, now if I were to do the thing, everything is in one folder, I think, right? Yeah, good enough. Now, make a layer above that. Fill the new layer pitch black. Set the mode to color. Now, the only problem is Rose's hair with the background. And I think what I could do is make her hair a little more lighter towards blonde. If I were to get her hair more golden. Does that change what it looks like, or is it just... No, it's... So if I go down, then it doesn't. If I go further that way. How does that work? There we go. If I go up, it gets lighter. If I go out that way. Okay, if I go in... It's which one? Is it hue? No, it's saturation. No, it's value. Value is what I were looking at. Value moves up and down. So if I were to be here at... Let's just make it test. If I were to be at this color and then move the saturation up, which just moves it to the right, it wouldn't look any different. It would get a little darker. Did it change the value when I did that? It did not. Oh. What if I change the value to darker? So, value changes it more? Doing the thing? Yeah, a little bit. So, the problem is Rose's hair does blend in quite well with the sheets and the... And I fixed this problem. I didn't change anything really, all I did was make it so that the blanket, which in the reference does have a white lining underneath it, I just folded it. And now it's white, so it separates the blanket from the thing. I have so many layers. And I did this for the last like hour or so. I was making where is it? I made this. I recreated the pattern on the blanket. So I did that. So that it's here. And not such a blurry mess like I had made. It's like a bit too high quality compared to the rest of everything at the moment. Yeah, I was thinking... So, currently, Rose's hair color is... this. And I'd have to move it further that way to make it even brighter. But what I could do is make the sheets a little darker, just a tiny bit. Pick display color of sheets. I might have them on a bad layer for changing the color of them. Yeah. I mean, what looks good just with the color without thinking about this piece? That's what I should think about. If I were to look at... So... this color here... if I could have my... taskbar, please, Windows. So that color, so there's a middle tone-ish color on the art reference, that like Falcom's own art, that is this color. So it's Rose's hair is like that-ish. Like that's the middle tone. Yeah. Do I want to line everything properly? Not this sketchy thing that I have going on? I want to take the time to give it all lines? Probably. I started it here. Or do I color it all in? And then... do I line it with a clipped layer so that the lining is the color... color just a shade darker using, I don't know, I think multiply? Not multiply, one of the other ones. Is just a shade darker of the thing underneath it. So that the line work isn't just dark lines that... I'd want to do that before I add any of the lighting, I think. Lighting will really change how it looks. Let's see how that would look. Oh, but some lines I want... Oh, some lines I have on there, I drew the details of the mishies. Yuck, why'd I do that? Okay, so if I were to merge all visible to new layer here, and I were to clip to it and say, is it darken? Just a little bit? No, that changes the color. Which one is it multiply? Just a tiny bit? No. Which one do I forgot? I've done this once before. Is it just normal and then turn down the opacity? No. Maybe it's multiply and like a shade of blue, but that's one of the things I'm going to be doing for shading, not lining. Probably a nice way to do this. Color burn? Oh, that could work. Color burn seems like it could work. Just line everything a lot lighter. A little darker. That seems like a good one. And on some pieces or some parts, I guess I'll get to that when I get to it. I'll add some highlights. Cool, let's do that. First, I want to make sure I get the strong lines on some of these things. The detail lines, not the line outlining, the line work. So, my pen, just make it like gray. This is part of the coloring, I'd say, like the stitch work on it, because that's not the lining of it. So where do I put this? Guess I'll merge it with the layer below once I've put it in. Yeah, I don't know. There are some harsher lines here that I really do want to line, just for the sake of visibility. Then it might look too different from the rest of the piece. What does this look like if I try lining this? Just not enough. Yeah. So I'll go back to regular lining. Bleh. What do I want to do? I wanted to do a thing. I wanted to hit Control U. Luminosity. 0. Line work all the way pitch black. There we go. Save? Save. Okay. Hello. Not urine. Welcome, welcome. Peaceful arting. Arting that is peaceful. Cat gem indeed. Okay, let's take that color. Or well, it could be any color really. And fix this. Let's make it like a green for now, just to help separate it, and we can paint over top of it. Clipping. They got the snow plows out? Wow. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. The snow was pretty much gone. And then all of a sudden we had an ice storm. Fun. Hold on. I'm a little bit stupid. I spent all this time doing this. When really, it's down here already in a separate layer. Oh. Well, we'll just move it down. We'll just move it down and do the work here. Oh, wrong layer. Wait, really? What's going on? Oh, I was doing it directly on this layer. Now I understand the problem. Okay, that's fine. We can just, can take this down here and just color it again. And we can use the eraser to touch up the bleed. I didn't ruin anything, luckily. I just... I spent time doing something I did not need to. One of the issues I do foresee is that I had some of the sketch work for the hair on the color layer that is the bed for some reason. Past Frost can probably try to explain herself, but I wouldn't be buying none of it. Oh no, no it's not, it's here. Okay, we're fine. Just get rid of that. Okay. There we go, that's fine. That'll look good. And now we can continue lining the rest of it. Excuse me. Sorry. It's pretty nasty this time of year, guys. Alright, I want to keep this layer on. Just turn it down a bit more while I line it. Rose body here. Grab a color and make sure it's in here. Now on to these other endeavors. Now this is tedious. And I can decrease the size of my brush because a lot of this is extraneous pieces that don't require the thickest of lines. Thicker lines are better on like Rose because it really makes her pop a little more. I do need to fix some of this here. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? It's this. Okay. So grab that color and bam. And then grab that color. What's overriding that? This? Why? Because this needs to go like that. What a mess this has become, huh? But here I want to do thicker lines because we are dealing with Rose and the blanket clashing. Thicker than that because I need to differentiate it from the... Ooh, that's a little too thick. From the shirt. Back to thin lines. This is the kind of tedious stuff I might do off stream. Just this lining work. I don't want to make you guys sit through too much. This is Janice? This is Gransel. Is it really? Yeah, I believe so. I think it's Janice, says Jen. Oh, her popper. I still think it's Gransel. Okay, yeah, it's Gransel. Nice. What is Janice then? I have no idea. I don't remember. Janice has the same theme. Oh. That's cool. Did you notice this subtle hint about Chloe? And her true identity. That's a straight line, okay? You'll believe it if I tell you it's a straight line, right? Right, guys? It's at least as straight as me. Wait, it's as straight as Frost. Yeah, true. True. Mostly straight with curves here and there. There's no mostly straight about me. What the heck? I guess if we're referencing this line I drew. Lining in progress. You know what I miss? Playing Tempest Rising, I miss I miss the lady voice telling me that my harvester's under attack. That I like from Tiberian Sun. Dynasty has lady voice? I'm missing out then. But I think the guy, the commander who or not the commander, the general guy who gives us our orders and where to go next, I think it's the same guy that says commander in XCOM. It just kind of sounds like it. Because it just does. Just have this idea that it might be the same person. Da ba da ba da ba da ba da ba 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 ba. There, I feel like I've lined the things I want to, probably. The rest is going to be mostly shaded over. Because the light's going to be focused on the bed, shining in from the here. So the rest doesn't have to be really, really thickly lined like I want Rose to be, so she gets more pronounced. Let's see. Bring my reference back up. Commander, do you remember the 21st night of September? Okay. We're no strangers to love, Commander. Right here, I think I want to do a little bit. I want to be overly focused on it, but just a little bit of line to separate it from the Pingu. Now, what about wood texturing? They've done a lot to Mishi. And everyone's buying it up. Here's this one. Here's this sad Mishi. This one's screaming in terror, of course. No, first, where is it? This is the table. Table's fine. Might take this silverish color I had that one time there. And like, lightly. That's not light at all. So I'm seeing it's got something like this going on it. To show it's old. It is old. Icky. Yuck. Aged? Yeah. The table's aged. Rose is old. Oh, yeah. One of these two things has aged. The other one is just ancient. What is this? What the heck is this, I say? My word. Let's fix that. Alright. So what do I need here? I need a tiny bit of drop shadow, which I will handle later. That'll happen in the shading section. And some of these things where they are touching a surface. Or is that ambient? No, that's... Which one is that? What word is the right word for that? The contact shadows? Maybe that's what it is. Okay, here's this thing. On top of that, I want to make it textured. Now, I could cheat by finding a wood texture. If I could have access, please, to my... on the Clip Studio store. The Clip Studio assets. Wood. That's a wood. That's a nice looking wood brush. And it's free. Ooh. I clicked on it and it's gone. What the heck? Why did it disappear? There it is. I would like this, please. Wood brush. Click on it. Take me to the wood brush. There we go. Download. Material has been downloaded. Okay. So if I take a quick look, see here, it is right here. Just drag it over into that list. How's that work? I rotate it with my pen. Okay. Ooh, that's fancy. So let's take a darker brown. Scrape all this wood with it. Trying to get the rotation right. Like that. There we go. Cool. Oh, I see. Does it use this texture, this color here as the... Oh. Interesting. So actually, I'd want to... Oh, okay. Go back. Okay, so... Ooh, I'd want to... Man, I want to make this a nicer brown, not really... Like, it's almost... So we go here, and it's kind of like that, like really dark. And then... No, we want the main color to be of this. Is that right? Like that. And then a little darker. And we'll take the secondary color, make it that lighter color. So now when I do the wood brush, that's nice. So let's remove that. I have an idea about this. Hang on, clip it. Let's not make it that color. Let's make it like a dark and a light. I think like that. Wood. The flooring isn't quite as harsh as this. And then this layer becomes a multiply. Oh. Celine's been marking it up. I don't really like that color. I don't want to redo this now. My pen. Like that. Multiply. That's a good color. So we have one issue. I think I need the secondary color to be brighter for this. Much brighter. Like that. And the primary color to be a little lighter too. I could probably hit just Control U. luminosity up, and then what happens if I color over it? Oh, that's nice. Okay. That's not too bad. Just luminosity too much up. Go down a little bit more. That. No, that's not quite right either. Let's erase it all. This is a good color though. I like this color. This is a good color. Save that one. There's a way to favorite colors, isn't there? Color history. Find the line art layer. Put it on there. With the pen right here. Now I want to take that brush, do a darker and a slightly lighter. It's too bright, huh? I think this is probably it. And now we take that fancy schmancy color I like so much. I guess it has... Now hold on. Does the darker color have to be darker than that? What does that look like? Where's the dark come into play? There. Oh, wow. I did need to add some more dark. Ah, I see. Well, I'll just put it in some places. Oh, 7? Is this game over? Okay, now I can continue doing... Oh. This. It's a nice brown for the wall. The framing of the wall. Okay. Bread frame really does not have that much texturing to it like that, but it does have a tiny bit, so let's get that going. It's just a lot. So let's see if we can get that nice again. Make it small. Like that. It's the main. That is the sub. Oh, interesting. Do I need to use... Oh, it doesn't use both colors. They just use the darker color. But not too much on this. Really light, if anything. And I can color. Now this, the bed is less, so I'll take this color I had and I'll lighten it a little orange. Lighter in orange. And see how that works. That looks like the right color, I think. No. It's even lighter than that. Something like that. Need to make sure I erase the texturing that's overlapping from that layer over to this layer. because that looks a little weird. And then I will go into my line work. Make sure this is separated. By a harsh line. Probably end up putting harsh lines on a lot of this then. Okay. Now I could put one more line here for depth. Okay, now on this, I want to do what I did with the it looks like there is a lot of that sort of highlighting on a lot of the wood where it's like old and frayed almost. Give it a little texture on there. Like that, yeah. It's really on the corners where it's been bumped the most, and so it's bumped and scuffed. So it's received some lightning there. I need to color this down here too. I'll get to that. Color from layer. Be careful on the side since the floor is there. Okay, now give it some texture. Where? Just on these parts here. The rest is like sanded down pretty well. It's like on here. There are some designs on here, but I don't think I need to sketch those in. Oh, I'm on a multiply layer. Well, let's keep it at that since that's what the colors. Let's say phone. There's a phone. It was bringing. Okay, now that that has been done, let's put another layer here. What? Did I put 2 layers in accident? Yeah. Just one. No double click, Logitech mouse. Even though you're old, I understand you want to double click. Don't do it. Now I want to make this a lighten. Right? I'm gonna make it yellow. And this is where this comes in a few places. Wider. Along here a little bit. Why is it being so mean? Blur better. Yuck. Well, let's not do any of that highlighting. We'll have that. We'll do that later. That seems icky. Okay. What's missing? The floor? Floor needs texturing? And that's an even brighter brown yet. On our fancy schmancy multiply layer. For some reason I made it a multiply layer. Right. Maybe this one I will just not do as a multiply, just make it normal so I can choose the color I want and not the other way around. that. It's a bit too close to the... But that's too orange. That? There we go, that works. And then they'll make the windowsill slightly more golden than this color. Let's just mark that now. That's not the window. Window has its own thing. Like that. That looks like the right color. Then add some texture to it afterwards. What a mess this file is. As long as I can I can navigate, find out where I am, and finish it, that's what matters. Fixing my workflow can happen as I get better. wood texture, such as slightly darker grayish brown here, maybe? Yes. And then we have a darker color that's like pretty solid markings on the ground. Where is this? This here. Somewhere, the colors. Boom. Bah. I'm at the point where what is this? Line, right? Oh, I need to color these two. Forgot I need to recolor that. Just a really dark brown this one is. Okay. Okay, we got somewhere. Oh, shading this sounds daunting to me. That's right, the window color first. And there's some darker markings. Here and there. Wood markings. Could add like cloth, like a rug texture to the that if I felt like it, but I feel like I'm getting too into the weeds at that point. I should try to just finish what I have. So here is everything in one layer. Now, shading. I don't want to do shading. I wanna do it a different time. I don't feel like doing it right now. But if I just do it, then it's perfect. No matter what happens, it's perfect. I could get the first... If it's a moonlight, it's gonna be like a bluish moon shining in. I need it to actually be light, so lighten. Like a blue lighting. Oh wow. Yep, I don't know how shading works either, I guess. That's gonna be tough to figure out how I want it. What's color burn? Ooh. Really what I'd want to do then is shade around the direct light before I get all the indirect. Why don't I try that first? Okay. Before anything else here, unclip this. Unclip this. Make it a normal. And like, get the... the direct lighting in. Maybe this one is further this way. The further it gets away, the more it'll light up. I'm doing this for my own reference, so I know where the direct lighting is. And this one shining off that way. Maybe. This implies that the moon is close if it's spreading out. The moon is very far away, and so the lighting would all be pretty straight on. Without widening away from each other. So like that. And let's make it different. The moon is like up here and shining towards Rose. There we go. That'll leave us with like a square here. And then the windows probably got how many? Let's see, reference. Oops. So the window is like this. It's actually quite... Let's draw the window. So if it's shining inwards towards her, the window's going to be shaped like this. Like that. Right. This is where we get... There's a center line. Crossed up here. Center line is thicker. Then there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So Mishi is fully lit up here in this situation because of the way that light diffuses. It'll probably just highlight most of this area without too strongly of a shadow of the window. Just everything outside this is going to be dark. Much darker. Not completely because light bounces, but much darker. Like this will have a little light here, but the back side of it will be much darker. Like this will have some lighting on the inside, and then that'll kind of bounce around this way. It will get darker as we go away from it. Think about that. And the top of the window is like this. There is a... This loops around. And there's 1, 2... Is that right? Huh. Okay, that is right. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, and then on the inside, in this between these two, there's just 1. It kind of goes... Wait. Let's see. So from the center almost. Like that. So yeah, there is a... There is a window on Rose there. Just barely showing off the bottom part of her face, Mishi. And we'll have her lit up here, and where the window ends, we'll have a like an edge darkness to it probably before it... I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at references for how nighttime color works. But this is a good reference for me next time. Also, perspective would be like this. Interesting. We'll have to remember that. Let's fix that now. Not perspective, even just... This is the shape of the window like this. Would just make sense like that. Sure. Adding a shadow. I'm marking out where the window is so I know where the brightest light is. And then for next time I will prepare references for coloring moonlight. Ouch. Today it was just a lot of correcting. I'm glad I did some of it. Some of the other, like especially. Wouldn't the shadow from the window extend quite a bit further than just the normal shape and size of it? That depends. We're pretty close to the window, and the moon is very far away. So, if the light was close to the window, it would be spreading out more. But since the moon is up in the sky, it will spread out a little bit, but not a crap ton. Yeah, so this reference does need to be fixed a little bit, but it's a decent ending raids. Yeah, it's a decent indicator of kind of where it is. Buh. Yeah, my favorite thing that we did today was this. Recreating that from the blanket. That was pretty fun. I'm glad I did it. Turned out really well down here. Yeah, I need to just find a bunch of references now for moonlight shining in through a window, which I'm sure there are plenty. Take photos in your room. No. The moon doesn't shine directly through my window. does shine through the front window, maybe. Right? Because sun goes like that, moon is like, then kind of... I'll walk around tonight and see. Actually, better question, is Rose a night sleeper or a day sleeper? She's a whenever she gets sleepy sleeper. That's what I imagine her as, since she's a gremlin. She's been around so long that she probably doesn't... There's no time or place she wouldn't take a nap. Kind of like Fee. Except, well, she keeps up her appearances. As long as she's alone, I imagine she'll sleep wherever. Let's wrap her up, Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you had fun. Let's find an art person doing art things. Let's search trails in Kiseki this time. Again. Trails. No? How about Kiseki? Found an artist who draws a lot of Joachim fan art? Specifically Joachim Günther? Now that's sick. That's awesome. Wonder what why is Joachim their focus? Poor guy, just wanted to start a cult. Or not, he was already in a cult and had a cult. He just wanted his cult to flourish. Scrolling through the art thing looking for... Ooh. Pixel art. This looks fun. Namekins. There it is. Folks, tomorrow will be Trails. We're getting right back into Trails. We are in Trails. We're heading to Dreknor Fortress and Parm. Which means a little bit of investigating, a little bit of NPCs. My guess is that we'll end up in Hamel. That's kind of like what seems obvious to me. But who knows where it'll actually end up. The singularity being. We'll run into... The people who are going to be there are supposed to be Pablo and Tatiana. Maybe they'll have found something. So that's tomorrow. Trails. Sorry for the only 3-hour art stream. I did not want to try to start shading. We'll save that for next time. Probably after tomorrow. We'll see. It's either Saturday or Sunday we'll be doing it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night. Hope you have a good start to your weekend. Bye-bye. Ha 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 ha.